Good morning and welcome to the History Office News Bulletin for the day. This is your Newsmaster for the day's news. Now the headlines. Relentless efforts are being made to bring peace and normalcy to the state, says Manipur Governor Anusia UK. European Union suspends all security cooperation with Nigeria after the country's army took power in a coup. Tiger populations grow in India and Bhutan. Stuart brought to retire after the conclusion of the Ashes series. Now the news in detail. Governor of Manipur Anusia UK has said that both central and state governments are making relentless efforts to bring peace and normalcy to the state at the earliest. A delegation of 20 opposition MPs led by Congress leader Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary called on the governor at Raj Bhavan and apprised her of the prevailing situation in the state. The delegation arrived in Impal on a two-day visit to Manipur and visited various relief camps located in Charachandpur, Bishnupur and Impal West district. The team concluded the visit yesterday and submitted a memorandum to the governor. During the meeting with the governor, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary apprised her of the condition in which the displaced people are staying in relief camps. The governor welcomed the team for their visit to Manipur. She told them she is fully aware of the problems faced by the people. She also informed the team that concerned authorities have been instructed to provide necessary items to the inmates of the relief camps. The European Union has suspended all security cooperation with Nigeria after the country's army took power in a coup. It comes shortly after the US declared its unflagging support for ousted President Mohamed Bazoum, seen as key Western ally in the fight against Islamist militants. On Friday, head of the Presidential Guards Unit, General Abro Hamane, declared himself Niger's new leader. He said insecurity, economic woes and corruption led him to seize the power. But there are now concerns in the West about which countries the new leader will align with. Nigeria's neighbors, Burkina Faso and Mali, have both pivoted towards Russia since their own coups. European Foreign Policy Chief Joseph Borrell joined the US and France in refusing to recognize the coup leaders and said security cooperation and budgetary aid was being suspended indefinitely. The former colonial power France yesterday said it had suspended all development aid and budgetary support. Meanwhile, the African Union called the Niger army to return to base within 15 days. On Friday evening, US Secretary of State Antony Blinken warned those detaining Mr. Bazoum, Nigeria's first elected leader to succeed another since independence in 1960. He added that assistance of hundreds of millions of dollars was at risk. India and Bhutan have reported a marked increase in their wild tiger populations, according to new figures released separately by both countries. India recorded an average total of 3,682 tigers, making it the home of 75% of the world's wild tigers, the Minister of State for Forests, Environment and Climate Change said. Separately, Bhutan recorded 131 tigers, up 27% from its last count in 2015. The new figures coincide with the International Tiger Day. In India, the rise in its tiger population amounts to an annual increase of 6%, the Environment Ministry said. The population growth is a major conservation success for India, which saw its tiger population plummeting to less than 2,000 in the 1970s due to rampant poaching and loss of habitat. India's exemplary efforts in tiger conservation and the increase in tiger numbers is not just a statistic, but a testament to the determination and commitment to the nation. However, they are an endangered species. According to WWF statistics, the global wild tiger population has dropped by around 95% over the past century. The loss of habitat due to the human habitation and illegal wildlife trade are among factors responsible for the decline. England bowler Stuart Broad says he will retire after the conclusion of the fifth Ashes test at the Oval. The 37-year-old has taken 602 wickets in 167 tests, making him the second most successful batsman in test history behind teammate James Anderson. Broad has taken 20 wickets in the series, the most by an England player, and has admitted his own surprise at being fit to play in all 5 tests, which have been played in just 6 weeks. He has been one of England's great performers in Ashes cricket, taking a record 151 test wickets against Australia. Broad made his debut against Sri Lanka in December 2007. Last week, during the 4th Ashes Test in Manchester, he became just the second pace bowler after Anderson to take 600 test wickets. He and Anderson, who has ignored calls to retire himself, are the most successful bowling partnership in Test history. Broad also played 121 one-day internationals and 56 T20s, leading the T20 side between 2011 and 2014, although he has solely played the Test format since 2016. He took 8 for 15 at Trent Bridge against Australia in 2015, one of a number of superb wicket-taking spells that have defined his career. Before we end the news for the day, the headlines once again. Relentless efforts are being made to bring peace and normalcy to the state, says Manipur Governor Anusia UK. European Union suspends all security cooperation with Nigeria after the country's army took power in a coup. Tiger populations grow in India and Bhutan. Stuart Broad to retire after the conclusion of the Ashes series. That's it from the news desk for the day. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day.